All right, what's up, guys? You know, just a couple of thoughts on my mind while I'm get my cardio in. I've been on the stair mill for about 17 minutes, and just some thoughts passed my mind. I figured I'd just go ahead on and put down. You know, I was in church Sunday, and the pastor was actually talking about nature versus nurture, which of course, you know, got me into thinking. For those who know me, my degree is clinical psychology, so of course, you know, that took me all the way back to Virginia State. At any rate, so I'm sitting here thinking, you know, nature versus nurture. You know, how many times have I heard, Sean, I'm never gonna be, you know, a skinny mini, or I'm never gonna be super thin because, you know, I'm big boned, or, you know, I got my mama's hips, you know, or something like that, you know, which of course gets me to thinking, you know, every skeleton I've ever seen, I've never seen the skeleton, and the first thing I thought was, those some big bones on that skeleton. You know, skeletons are super duper thin. Now, I know that's a bit of a farce, you know, but at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about being super thin. What you really need to be concerned about is, number one, making sure you're healthy. Number two, making sure you're consistent and that you don't get caught up in a numbers game. Anytime you start chasing numbers, you're asking for disaster. You're setting yourself up for the fall, because your body weight can shift up to 5 pounds in a single day, and that's due to sodium, hormonal adaptation, fluctuation, all that kind of stuff. That makes sense? So don't get caught up in the minutia of the game. Don't get caught up in the weeds. Make sure you're doing all of the right things the right way. There's no way to do the wrong thing the right way. That's why they call it wrong. Does that make sense? Don't worry if you got your mama's hips. Go to your mama, hug her, and thank her for those hips. Does that make sense? Don't worry about that. As long as if God blessed you with curves, you never lose them. Does that make sense? I mean, unless you get unhealthy, then of course you're going to lose them, and you should, because you're being unhealthy. All right? As long as your calorie count is commensurate to your body structure, is commensurate to the kind of I'm gonna have to put a pause on it, because for some strange reason I'm at 20 minutes and my thing stopped, and I'm not done yet. I'm at 20 minutes and I have another 5 minutes to go. At any rate, so example, if you're pushing the weight hard, you're gonna have to give yourself a few extra calories. Don't be caloric phobic, guys. Don't be afraid of the carbs. Now, of course, should you be afraid of junk food? Yes. Junk food is not carbs, guys. Carbs, things like butternut squash, sweet potatoes, wild rice, quinoa, you know, things like that. Oats, that's good stuff, all right? Oh, and by the way, any chance you get to fortify your meals with things like cinnamon and nutmeg and vinaigrettes, things like that, those things are fortifiers. Help your body to burn much better, all right, and at a higher octane. So do it every chance you get. So if you have things like butternut squash or sweet potatoes or oats, use things like, you know, cinnamon, nutmeg. If you're doing your veggies, you know, use a vinaigrette. Use vinaigrettes in your seasonings and things like that, okay? Because those things just give you trace amounts of assistance to help your body to burn, all right? Just a quick little tip, just a little shout out to all of my New Year's 22-day jump starters, for lack of a better way to put it. All right, Sean Taylor at the gym. Hope to see you guys here. Peace, I'm out.